We're talking Obamacare this morning, strangely enough. I know the bill was pulled on Friday to great dismay all around. Well, today we've had Speaker Ryan come out and say, they're still talking about it, and some of the no's have become yeses. I want to bring in Ken Abramowitz. Ken, you know all about Obamacare from the inside. Now, one thing that Speaker Ryan talked about today was that Obamacare is collapsing. He used that word quite deliberately, a couple of times, I think. What does a collapsing Obamacare look like, and what does it mean for our country? Describe it.
There's two key aspects of Obamacare. Medicaid reform, in other words, bringing 10 or more million people into Medicaid, and reform for the uninsured. So the Medicaid is stable. It's the uninsured that he's talking about, who are now insured through a very complicated mechanism that we call Obamacare. And one by one, insurance companies are pulling back from that market. And one by one, fewer healthy people are joining the exchanges and more sick people are joining the exchanges.
Does that mean that if insurances keep on withdrawing, you could end up in some states with no carriers servicing the Obamacare exchanges? Is that possible?
Yes, well, you have to go stage by stage. First, let's just say there's 3 in a given state, and then it goes to 2, and then it goes to 1. And you're right, in a year or 2, that 1 may also disappear.
So that's the absolute collapse, and that would be, you don't have it. You got nothing. It's gone. That's what happens.
Yes, yes. Well, the history of democracies is democracies act during a time of crisis. So Obamacare, I would put in the pre-crisis stage right now. The crisis will come in a year, 2 years for sure, 3 years, and then that will create the pressure for everybody to put their heads together. So the trouble is we were in the pre-crisis stage, and democracies don't do great during a pre-crisis.
I believe you've also written that 50%, half of what we think of as Obamacare, will disappear. Is that what you've been talking about?
Yes, yes. The Medicaid portion, yep. It's not disappearing. I don't see they're touching that. There's too many doctors and hospitals who want the revenue from those patients, and they put a lot of lobbying pressure. But on the uninsured side, that's the unstable, inherently unstable aspect of Obamacare, and that will disappear all by itself. And it's probably better for the Republicans to just sit back, let it collapse by itself, and then come in and pick up the pieces. That way they don't get blamed for watching over the collapse of Obamacare.
Ken Abramowitz, you a brutal kind of guy here. Sit back and watch it collapse and let the other guys take the blame. What are you, a politician? Okay, Ken Abramowitz, an investor in healthcare companies. Thanks for joining us, Ken. I'm obliged to you. Thank you, sir.
Sure.